At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome, to my right, Senator Don Davis. The senator has been instrumental in helping us with this and working with the General Assembly to try to get funding approved and passed, which did happen in late November of last year. We thank you so much for fighting this fight with us, standing up for our veterans, first of all, partnering and entrusting these funds to the Community Foundation as the fiduciary. And today we launched this campaign along with your support and other members of the North Carolina General Assembly so that we can immediately get veterans on board for this funding. So we really thank you for your fight with us on this, and we would love for you to share a few remarks. Thank you, Senator.
Wow. Well, good morning. And I'm going to start with Ukraine. Let us continue to be mindful and prayerful during these times. To our veterans, I'm looking at these veterans here. I'm even looking at a devil dog here, I guess, huh? What a day it is. These gentlemen have been not only recipients of HBOT treatment, but they have been champions and advocates for other veterans to make sure that we understand, Melissa, that 22 veterans who are taking their lives each day, that's 22 too many. When we think about the state of North Carolina, we're working our way upward towards 1 million veterans in this state. When I think about our installations, matter of fact, when we think about Ukraine and those who are deploying right now to serve our country, we must, absolutely must, not just send veterans into foreign lands, but when they return, we must first always say thank you. And there's an important lesson we learned a long time ago. We must first say thank you. And secondly, help provide resources they need in order to cope and truly return and come truly back home. When we think about that 22 per day, those challenged with just trying to cope and get back into a routine and just can't somehow seem to do it, and to think of someone who've worn a dog tag, that's a true hero, and to come back in a state of hopelessness. This is what we know about HBOT. And I want to start with Jim. Jim is a Marine, forgive him, because he set on a mission, it was maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, it seemed a while ago. Well, I'm talking about with us on the General Assembly part. And Jim, I remember, came to the office, and Representative Murphy at the time, North Carolina Representative Murphy, I know Jim had reached out to Representative Murphy, reached out to me, and was really trying to go ahead and get legislation moving at that particular point in time. It was kind of late in the game, if you remember, Jim, and said, well, let's take the time, do all the research we need, and begin to get things in place. So the subsequent session, Representative Murphy, I filed a bill. We filed a bill in the House and one in the Senate. Representative Murphy went ahead and moved forward with his bill, and it came over, passed the House, came over to the Senate, and we supported that bill. Believe it or not, it's joint operations going on, and we supported in the Senate, and we recognize HBOT treatment as a state, and that was huge. And I want to say thank you to Jim for your tenacity and just sticking to it. And I can truly report that you are a fine Marine to not let up on the task at hand, the mission at hand. But it didn't stop there, and this is one thing you know about Jim, y'all. There's always another plan that's already behind, and I know there's already one. We're going to come back and talk about that hopefully in another year or two. But he had reached out to me, and we continued the conversation and said not only is it important to recognize HBOT in this state, but we need to try to move forward to see how we can truly help provide this treatment to other veterans. And I just want to be clear so everyone will know what we understand with HBOT. And see, we tag team Representative Murphy and I at the time. He was the doctor, I was the veteran really pushing. So he would talk about the medical parts of this. So I'm not sure if he's going to get into it in the video, so I'm going to do the best I can. What we understand is when you expose a veteran, in this case, to pure oxygen, and I've actually been up and been in the chamber myself, and you expose the body to pure oxygen, the cells begin a natural regeneration process, and there's this kind of natural healing that begins to occur. And we have gotten just amazing results, what we understand with PTSD, with traumatic brain injuries, and actually other medical issues of concern. So this treatment, we believe, has gotten great results. And what we're really trying to do now, and which was kind of the second part of this, is put our money where our mouths are. And that is, let's now expand it out, bring more veterans in, and ensure that we are indeed getting accurate results. In other words, really looking at reliability and so forth. And there's another game plan behind this. And we were talking to Melissa earlier. I know there's been conversations with the speaker. We'll continue to have conversations with the President Pro Tem, because with the success of this, we want to continue to expand it out and help more and more veterans. And the partnership here. When I think about the Community Foundation of North Carolina East, just a willing partner, and they got it, y'all. And that is, we have to do things to make a real difference, especially in Eastern North Carolina, beyond, and especially when it comes to our veterans. And I remember meeting with the foundation, and all of us, all the partners came together to try to come up with this plan and this strategy. And I just want to personally thank the foundation because this shows the best of who we are in terms of being able to truly partner to do truly what I think is needed to say thank you to our veterans and to provide them the support they need. And not the veteran, just the veteran, but also their family members. So to our veterans, you're representing all the veterans in this state today. Your time spent is a living testimony of what we can do. And there were so many things that we tackled in this budget, but I can say today, I really believe that this is one of the greatest things that came out of the budget. Because, again, I would say this. When we look at our treasurer, that will tell a lot about the heart. Think about that. Think about that. So, thank you so much. And I'd see even a family member, a spouse. Thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for being an advocate and a voice to all veterans. Thank you for getting it. And this is just an amazing day, an amazing time. And it shows the best of our state. We owe this, everyone. We owe this to our veterans and their families. So thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Senator. I've said many times as we've been working on this for over 5 years that as a nation and as a city and as a community, we're no better than being able to take care of those who fight for our freedom and fight for our nation every day. So we've taken this very seriously from day one. Suicide levels are at historic highs in the United States. As we all stand here today, there's never been more suicides than there are right now amongst our veterans. And we have to get to a point where we're doing better, and we're doing all we can to provide them with the care and the treatment when they return home so that they can be the best that they can be for themselves and for our families.